What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Danibydemand coming at you with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about my experience at Amazon Fulfillment Center. It was not a good experience. I got all the tea, all the stories. Watch the whole thing if you want to hear about all the tea and all the stories. If not, stay tuned. My hair is awkwardly drying. It's in that awkward drying process. But I have some rice and scrambled eggs, some broccoli, and I even have some kimchi, all with an Arizona tea. It wasn't a good experience. I'm sorry, I'm like super hungry. And the food I made is just super bomb. But let me get down to nitty gritty. So I went into Amazon knowing it was gonna be like a super temporary thing, literally like 1-2 week thing. I'm really surprised I lasted as long as I did. 3 weeks, barely 3 weeks. And I found it online when they said like Amazon Fulfillment Center, that means warehouse. And it was like starting immediately, like super immediately. They drug test your mouth, so if you've done drugs within the last like 24 hours, like obviously you won't pass. And then that was basically it. Everything was online. All the training was online, obviously except your first day. And I really wasn't clear on what my job description was. It just kept saying like fulfillment center, blah blah blah, and I'm like, okay, so I didn't know what I was gonna be getting into until literally my first and second day there. We literally just sat in like a desk, like a school atmosphere, and we learned about Amazon, basically, just Amazon Fulfillment Center. Period. Like, I still didn't know what I was doing. The whole group, we didn't know what we were doing. They kind of gave us busy work and then these little training and these little quizzes and stuff. And I'm just like, I really don't know what I'm doing. On the second day, they tell us like what we're doing. I was doing stow. Another girl was doing like receiving. And I'm like, I have no idea what stow means. So then they start training you on like this machine. Like what stow is that you get on a machine and you're literally just putting boxes away. And they literally told me, they were like, you just figure out and place it wherever you want to place it. Place it where there's room at. That's literally what she said to me. She said you could place the item and package wherever you want to go. Like wherever it fits. Wherever there's open space, place it there. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, this is about to be easy. I'm literally just placing boxes wherever I want. So I get on the machine. It's real scary to me. You go up at least 40, 50 feet in the air. You're a little shaky too. Like it shakes back and forth, but there's like nowhere for you to fall. That's the only, like, I guess that's the good thing, but someone like me that does not like heights, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So I was up there putting stuff away, scanning it, putting away, scanning, putting away. And my manager calls me like the next day and she's like, hey, like I see your scans aren't like going in, blah blah blah. So basically like they're like, you don't just scan and put it wherever you want. It's legit like certain areas where certain stuff goes. And I'm like, well, maybe they should have told me that. Like, they didn't tell me that in the beginning. They just kept saying like, go put it wherever you want, like put it wherever you want. So then they finally like told me like the right way. And the whole time I was like doing this wrong. I talked to an assistant manager there. She was black too. She basically gave me the tea. Amazon Fulfillment Centers, any Amazon, they run through people. The turnover rate is like water. The management isn't good. I literally never been on a machine before, a pit machine, and they put me on there and had me doing it my first week there. Now, I'm not saying like I'm not up for challenges or hard work, but I feel like people should be on the pit machine training for at least maybe a week or a few days before being put out there. I had no idea what a pit machine was, and the same day I found out what it was, they put me on there and they put me out there. And they give you GoPros on the back of your machine so you can watch yourself and you can watch how like you're driving and stuff like that. But it's like I would feel better if someone was just training with me like the first day. I don't know. I didn't appreciate that at all. And one thing I liked about Amazon was my schedule. It was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days on, Thursday, Friday, Saturday off, 3 days off. And it was from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. I thought that was great hours. The only thing I didn't like was the location, but obviously I couldn't do anything about the location at the time. So, yeah. Another thing I didn't like with Amazon is micromanage you. They literally micromanage you to the T. There's thing called TOT, time off task. So when you come in and clock in, they literally expect you to be like in your station at your machine, putting away stuff for stow within 15 minutes. Now they started a new thing where you want to clean your machine. You have to like get hooked up. You have to go get a cage. Like it's actually like a lot of like process stuff, and I think that's just so petty. In your scanner, when you log in, your manager's checking that. So the times where you're not active on your scanner, they can call you up and be like, "What were you doing for 4 minutes?" But anyways, I was trying to get my free pair of shoes, and it was taking me like 5-6 minutes. And tell me why my coworker had to write me a pass saying Danielle was with me for 4 to 5 minutes trying to get her free pair of shoes. Like they look at that. My breaks were 20 minutes long and my lunch was 30. And by the time you get off your machine, park it, walk to the break room, it's literally like 15 minutes, maybe even 10. Let me tell you about my first day. My first day that I was there. And I told you I have no idea what I'm doing. I'll say first day on the pit. So you just drive up and down these lanes. They're only wide enough for the machine to go through. Like nobody can walk, nobody can do all that. You move around by machine when you're in stow. And I was finished with one of my cages. Cages means like a bunch of product is put in it. Then you let it go, you grab another cage, hook it onto your machine, and you just drive off and then start. So I'm finished with one of my cages. I've never done this before, ever. And they didn't even train me on this part. So I'm like parked in front of this where all the cages are, and I get off my machine and I try to go get some help. And this guy that's like not a stower, but he's on a machine too, and he comes by like, just a word of advice, you can't be parked here. Literally barking at me. This like white middle-aged man. Like, first of all, dude, this is an Amazon warehouse. Can we just take a chill pill for 2 seconds? Because I'm pretty sure it's not that serious that I park right here and I'm getting some help. That means you are going to have a 1 to 2 minute delay. Like, let's relax. Like, truly, let's relax, people that work there. And I was so annoyed. I'm like, whatever. And then I had to come back again when my cart was finished, and he was there again. A word of advice, please don't park here. It makes it harder for all of us. Like, dude, take a chill pill. It's my first day. Everybody knows that there's like 9 or 10 new people, new drivers, they call them. Everybody knows that. So that just made me annoyed. But after I talked to the assistant manager, she made me feel so much more comfortable. Like, I just was not having a good time there. Like, I would dread coming to work. I would literally be getting up at 5:15 in the morning every day, eating breakfast. I don't know if you guys know, I'm 5'. I'm 5'0". 5'0", 113 pounds. And you want me to lift stuff all day? When I tell you my body was aching, I would come home, my heartbeats felt like they were in my feet. I just wanted to lay down, eat, shower. It was terrible. And I would just wake up sore. Like, there's no team lift. There's no such as team lift there. That's what they say. No team lift. You're going to have to lift it on your own. Like, what the? How is that okay? No team lifting? Like, dude, I was the smallest person there. Literally the smallest person there. And there was dudes in there that was 6-something, 200 pounds. And I'm lifting the same stuff they are. And it's like, you never know what you're gonna get on those carts. One day I got like a swing, like lots of swings, like the seat and the chain part. The next day I got like these super heavy like flooring. It was bad. Next day I got stuffed animals. Like, you just never know what you're gonna get. And the lighter the stuff is, the higher you gotta go up. Because they put obviously heavy stuff at the bottom, lighter stuff at the top, so if they fall, like, it won't be a big deal. So when you're up 40, 50 feet in the air, they literally have drawers for like really light things. So like I would get like a window curtain rod that goes up in the drawer. You know, I just wasn't having fun with it. Like, you could ask any of my close friends. I was damn near on the phone crying with them about how management is bad and Amazon warehouse fulfillment center. And even the people. I only met one person at my Amazon fulfillment center that was nice. And that's because she low-key knew me from back in the day. But everybody else was not nice. Like, I could tell when people are like not nice, not lying. And it was taking me a little while to really understand the pit machine. Yeah, I was making mistakes. Like, apparently you can't be a certain amount off the floor when you're moving around. Only 4 inches or lower. Like, nobody told me that. And they just look at you like, oh, you don't know. People be whipping around these machines like they've been there like, okay, good for you, cool. Like, not everybody is going to be good at warehouse work. This girl is not. I don't mind hard work, but that is not a job that I want to do. And my manager was like giving me these little talks like, are you doing better? How are you doing? And then she'll end the talks like, oh, I'm really happy and glad that you're on my team. Like, no, you're not. Like, stop lying. Like, it's clear that you have to say that. And it's weird because I know she has to say that. So I'm just glad I'm done with it. I couldn't do it. I tried it, and not for me. And they were very clean because of COVID. I got free COVID testing. You would get one every week if you wanted. No charge. They give you equipment. So they give you gloves, they give you a vest, they give you ID, all of that. You could get new gloves every day if you wanted, which I like. I like that stuff. They're very clean. There was people there that had COVID though. They would give you an email notification saying when's the last time they were in the building and stuff like that. They messed up my check, and they had only paid me for 2 hours when I was clocking in 38 per week, right? So my first check was 2 hours. I was pissed. And I was at home on the payday. I wasn't at work. So I called the Amazon. First of all, they give you an Amazon app. And it's called Amazon A to Z. And it's only for people that work there. Obviously, you can't get in if you don't work there. And everything goes through this app. Everything's like, oh, if you request anything, there's a chat box for HR. Like, you can chat with them. Like, it's going to be so easy. Just do that. So I'm like, bet. So I call the number. It's some 1-800 number, and some, no offense, Indian man is trying to explain to me what I already see on this app. I'm like, why am I getting paid for 2 hours? Like, where's the rest of my money? And he basically just repeats himself, like, oh, you got paid for 2 hours. I know that. I'm asking, where's the rest of my money? And he just was not getting it. I hung up on him. Pissed, super pissed, super pissed. So then I call up to my actual location, fulfillment center, that is open 24 hours a day. They don't answer. HR's voicemail is full and it hangs up on you. I call another department. I leave a message. No response. No call back. I'm just like, I don't go back into work for another 2 days. So I legit was like pissed for 2 days, like wondering what's going on. Nobody responds. Nobody responds through the chat box in the app. Oh, sorry, no one's online right now. Like, what's the point of even having HR if you don't even have them scheduled? Like, I was just so pissed on how they handled stuff. So I finally go in on my work day and I try to go to HR, and they weren't even in by then. So I'm just like, well, when are they gonna be in? And this lady's like, well, they should be in by your first break. And if not, come see me. Like, what do you mean if not? Like, this is HR. So, whatever, I have to wait till my first break, which I did, and I went to go see HR. And they explained it to me. I was getting paid for the previous week, the online training that I did. That's what I'm getting paid for. My next check is going to be my first week. They literally could just explain that to me on the app or anywhere, but they didn't. I tried it though, okay? I tried it. And I think I can give myself some credit that I just tried it. You can't switch to another department until you've been there for a month. And I know they saw me struggling. Every time I would go get a new cart, people would help me. They literally would help me push and pull my cart out, like, because it was hard. It was tough. And I'm not even the type to be complaining, like, oh, I hate this job. But it's just like, that's the job I would never do again. And I've worked some jobs. I've worked at Target. I worked at Sbarro's. I worked at a waffle bar. I've worked for a county commissioner. Like, I've worked. I've worked as a janitor, and I've cleaned schools. Like, I've worked. And I can honestly say Amazon Fulfillment Center is not for me. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it was very informative. I tried to remember the best I could. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to get where you gotta go. And that's exactly how I use this opportunity. I love Amazon. I was a Prime member for the longest. And then after working at the Fulfillment Center, you know, I'm not a huge fan, but I'm glad I did it. I'm definitely glad I did it. I think it built some character in me. I think it humbled me for sure. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, turn on my notifications.